is Alessandra. Welcome to my home, welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to be making something very simple and very delicious, especially for the younger ones. The youngest one of the house asked me, Mama, can you make me some chicken cotoletta? Chicken cotoletta is chicken cutlets, chicken nuggets, chicken fingers, all pretty much the same. But being that we are bilingual, some things tend to have two names. So she calls them chicken cotoletta. So we're going to have chicken cotoletta and patatine. Patatine are going to be French fries, but we'll slice them like chips. Let's get started. Very simple. You're going to love it. The little ones are going to love it. So I have 6 chicken tenders. They're barely a pound. Of course, depending on how many people you have. I would say every pound you use 1 egg. That's pretty much my guideline. And then we're going to have breadcrumbs. I want to talk a little bit about the breadcrumbs. Okay. In the supermarket, they sell breadcrumbs, flavored breadcrumbs. I'm not a fan. You want flavored breadcrumbs? Make your own. Add some cheese in it, some garlic powder, some chopped up fresh parsley, and that's an Italian style breadcrumbs. But what they sell in the store, when I open that can, I just cannot use it. I'm sorry. So I go to my local bakery where I love the bread, and that's the breadcrumb I buy if I'm not making it at home, which just, when you make it at home, it's just stale bread in the food processor. But if you cannot do that, go to your favorite bakery, get your favorite, where they sell your favorite bread, they'll have a great breadcrumbs, and I buy it plain, and I leave it plain. I will add salt and pepper in my egg. So let me do that right now. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna say, not too much, about 1/4 teaspoon, and some fresh cracked pepper. I already started adding the pepper because you want the little ones to start developing their taste buds, you know. So the little pepper flavor, it's something additional, and it's good for them, for their palate. They'll learn to appreciate food a little bit more. Okay, so that's already all done, and I'll put the chicken tenders in there, and I'll show you why I use tenders. Now, let's come to the potatoes. I have 4 peeled potatoes in cold water, and I have a mandolin. Please, when you use this little thingamajig, be extremely careful. Nobody in the house is allowed to use it but me, because if I count myself, it's my own stupidity. So, but nobody, I would die if anybody else got cut. Okay, so once you cut the potatoes, I like them not so extremely thin, and I'll put the top attachment as the potato gets smaller, okay? But the very beginning, you get a good grasp on it. And when you cut all your potatoes, change the water a couple times. That gets rid of the extra starch. Put in very cold water. You could even throw in a couple ice cubes, and that will guarantee your potato to be very crunchy on the outside and soft in the inside, okay? Now let's get started and make the chicken cotoletta. Beat your egg, then let's put the chicken. I like to pre-wash my chicken and dry it with a paper towel. Okay, now I'm going to show you why I love chicken tenders, okay? Because chicken tenders is also great when you're entertained, because you figure you start with at least 1 tender per person. And okay, so you put it in the breadcrumbs. I cover it with the bread, okay? And now with this part of your hand, make your hands into a punch and just knock it down. It's almost as if you're tenderizing the chicken without that extra step of getting your meat tenderizer out and a cutting board. So if you simply do that, take a look at that. Look at this. From a little chicken tender, look at the beautiful cotoletta you just have right here. Look at that. It's perfect. And that pretty much you figure 1 to 2 people. If you want to fancy this up, make an arugula salad with cherry tomatoes on top and a couple pieces of the cutlets, and believe me, any adult will love it too. So let me keep going and just make all the cutlets. Again, if you want to see it again, very simple. With the fist, with my hand in the fist, just knock it down like this and tenderize your meat. There you go. And there's the cotoletta for you. From dipping the 5 pieces, this is my 6th, you still have plenty of egg. And what you would like, you could also do is double dip the after you put the breadcrumbs, you could dip it again into the egg wash, okay, and make a thicker coating on the outside, especially if you don't want to waste the egg or the extra breadcrumb that you have in the plate. So it's just gonna have a thicker coating on the outside, which is also very delicious. One more thing, once you're done, please discard your egg, please discard your breadcrumbs. You do not want to be saving it and using for the next time because it has come in contact with the raw chicken. Okay, so now we moved over to the stove. I have a little, it's quite old, but it's wonderful. It's a little Fried Daddy, it's called. I'll put the link in the subscription information on the bottom, in the notes, okay? I'll put a little link for it. I love it. I've had it for many years. If you don't have a little fryer, just a frying pan with a couple cups of vegetable or sunflower oil, any of the oils that you use for frying. Don't use extra virgin because when it has to reach such a high temperature, it starts smoking. So it's really not appropriate for frying. Okay, I'm gonna start with the potatoes and then we'll do the chicken cotoletta, and then I'll go back to doing the potatoes because I want to show you one of my father's favorite potatoes. Okay, so the potatoes have been rinsed a couple of times, so the starch is all out of them. Now make sure you dry them a little bit. You don't want to have them dripping wet going into the hot oil because it's going to the oil starts foaming up and you're gonna have a disaster and you could really burn yourself, okay? The oil is on and I even put in a thermometer to check the temperature for you, and we'll get started. I'm using a kitchen rag, so later I'll just wash her. It's easier without using a lot of the paper towels. The oil is on 350. I'm gonna start. Yep, it's ready to go. Okay, don't be afraid. Don't dump. Just drop the potatoes in where you could burn yourself, but gently put them in like this. See that? One by one. I'm going to shut off the hood. The reason why I like to set up over the stove on a cookie sheet is because I could put the exhaust on and the house is not going to smell of fried foods. But in your house, you try to do whatever works for you. And I like the cookie tray because you're not dripping any oil all over your stove. These are all little tricks because I'm the one that's cleaning up. See how good they look? Look at that. Aren't those perfect? They just need to be a little bit more golden. I think they're ready. Look at that. Just let the oil drip a little bit. See that? They're just perfect. And right into the tray. Okay, let's get them all fried. Putting the cutlets in the oil, I only put 2 at a time. You don't want to crowd the fryer or frying pan, because what that does is it brings the temperature of the oil down, and whatever item you put in starts absorbing a lot of oil. So that's why 2 pieces is plenty of time, it's plenty of space, and the temperature will not go down. I'm having technical difficulties here because I keep peeling potatoes and they keep eating them on me. So, but I have some here that I want to show you. I fried the chicken cotoletta, and now I'm going to put the potato slices in the oil that I fried the cutlets, and you'll see that I love these fries like this. They were my father's favorite fries, and we used to call them dirty fries. Okay, I'll show you when they come out how they're going to look like. Let's take a look at the dirty fries. And here they are. You see that? They have all the little specks of the breadcrumbs stuck on them, and that makes them so absolutely delicious. Okay, so our chicken cotolette patatine are done, and I am going to quickly end this video perché mi stanno aggredendo. That means they are attacking me. Everybody wants. I still have more potatoes frying. Can never fry enough potatoes. Please, if you like what you see, subscribe, leave a comment. Make the food, which is the most important part, because food is love, and share it with your loved ones. Grazie mille, arrivederci, a presto, ciao ciao.